Parliament. My colleague Pheladi Sethusa is standing by. I understand Pheladi with the General Secretary of SAFTU, Zwelinzima Vavi.
Join us, comrades.
Yes, Jeremy, and just to touch there, they weren't raising concern, they were making very serious demands about the VAT increase, about the national minimum wage and the water tariffs in Cape Town. So with no further ado, let me turn to Mr. Vavi. Mr. Vavi, you're with us now. Just put us in touch with some of the demands that you're making here in your memorandum.
Well, the first thing, we're asking that the parliamentarians who are already hearing public, who are hearing representation from unions, civil society organizations and interested parties, to please scrap the labor bills, to take them back to NEDLAC and to change them fundamentally so that the real demands of workers will be what will inform them.
You spoke at length about a living wage here today. Can you tell us why it's not a living wage and the proposed national minimum wage as it stands?
Well, 20 rand is an insult. 18, 15, 11 rand is an insult to workers because it will do nothing, as our memorandum was saying, except to entrench the apartheid wage structure, entrench income inequalities that we inherited during the apartheid, and it will keep workers trapped in poverty that takes away their dignity. You cannot afford even to buy a burger at the McDonald's owned by the president with a 20 rand an hour. It's an insult, and we're asking the parliamentarians to please shelve that. Instead, recognize the gallant battles workers have been waging. In Marikana, the outsourcing must fall workers. The Marikana workers, for example, died for 12,500. The workers who were fighting against their outsourcing in the universities were demanding 10 rand and they got it. There comes a government in the name of a better life for all, of radical economic transformation, imposing a 11 rand to its extended public works workers, or 15 rand, 18. What an insult!
So just to jump in, in your memorandum, is there any proposal you are making for what a living wage would constitute in monetary terms? Workers
have already defined what is a minimum wage. They died, 34 of them were mowed down mercilessly. They are the amateurs of the workers. They asked for 12,500. The outsourced workers marched all over the past 4 years to demand that they be insourced and that they be paid 10,000 rand. The minimum living level already in 2014 was 5,400, and that 5,400 is a wage that can just keep you above the water. It's not even a living wage. It's not even a decent wage. At least if they were talking about those figures, we would listen. But the 20 rand, 18 rand, 15 rand, 11 rand is a no-no to us.
All right. Now, so you've given Parliament until the 25th to respond, but you're saying you're going to march on that day again anyway. Give us some insight into this rolling action.
We are calling on every worker, unite. We are under attack. They are taking our constitutional guaranteed right to strike. They are taking all of our hard-won gains that are enshrined in the law. They are introducing new stumbling blocks to make it impossible for workers to go on a strike. Unite for the sake of your own future and your children. Let's take up a non-sectarian battle against those who are amending the laws to make it impossible to strike in the future. On the 25th of April, we will be on the streets. We will shut down this economy. We will make every mine wheel to stop. We will make every factory machine to cease to make a noise. We will stop the public transport unless it is ferrying workers to the various destinations where we'll be marching. We are calling for support from every political party, every civil society organization, from every religious organization, everybody who cares about the concept that the black workers mustn't be left behind as we celebrate 24 years of democracy on the 27th of April.
All right. That is Zwelinzima Vavi saying that the 25th of April will see mass action. They want to put a standstill to the economy if the demands that they've made here are not met and addressed with some speed.
All right.